everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Subcom Media, the broadcast where we break down the latest and greatest in Soul Group news, Soul Group business, and the mood transits for the week, so y'all know what to be prepared for. I'm your host, Dave B, and thank you for joining me. You know what I'm saying? Before we jump in, I'm gonna go ahead and give it off to my boy G Loves Plans. Y'all know from Instagram, and he's got a topic for y'all, so I'm gonna let him break it down.
Vibrations, everyone. It's your boy Gilos Plans, aka Soul Warrior, and I just wanted to talk today a little bit about our responsibility as activated humans, awakened spirits, however you wanna flip it. Those of us who are on this journey of getting our mind, body, and spirit into balance and bringing as much source energy into this realm as we possibly can. Basically, what our elders used to do back in the day. And this is why I title is The Responsibility of an Activated Human. I also wanted to title it The Responsibility of an Elder. Because I've spoken about this in the past, as far as, we're the ones that are going to be the elders. And if you just flip the word elder around a little bit, you get the word leader, you know? And it's like we're on the journey of shaping, forming, and fashioning ourselves into becoming that, And that's very important to keep in mind. And, you know, it's not just a matter of something that's exciting, because it is exciting, especially because we're in a position where we're able to reconnect a lot of bridges that have been broken, and we can basically rebuild our cultures that we've been disconnected from, based on various things that we're learning right now, such as colonization, social engineering, just all the different things that we're learning, as far as what people call conspiracy theories, so all that stuff has, in essence, disconnected us from our true nature, which is how we used to live. And no one can really question this anymore, because, like I said, we're getting more and more evidence of that actually being the case. So again, we've now gotten to the point in history, based on the revealing and unveiling of those of that hidden knowledge, in combination with the fact that we've advanced as a collective to the point that we're able to process this information and actually extract something from it. We're able to digest it and present it back into our reality in a way that takes us more in the direction that we want to go. And I've also spoken about this, where I've spoken about your decision making is very closely tied to your destiny. Now this bridge that we're repairing, right, based on the fact that we're reprogramming ourselves. Yeah, we're reprogramming our behaviors and our patterns. Many of us are even like, we're the quote unquote weird ones in our families. We're the black sheep. We're the ones that are doing the things that pretty much no one else is doing. Or if other people are doing it, they're not doing it to the extent and the level that we are, you know? And that's not anything about trying to put anyone on a pedestal, up or down. It's more about just the fact the fact of what I've seen and learned on my journey about the people around me and the people that are on similar journeys. They have a similar story to this. So again, the fact that we're in a physical vessel, experiencing this reality. And I know we have many issues with what's happening in reality, but the fact remains that whatever is going on, as far as the government, quote unquote, and any other entities and forces that are presenting their perspective of the reality and forcing it upon others, that that's not really the fault of the overall reality. You know what I'm saying? Just because someone in the family or a few people in the family have really bad manners and they do really, you know, they do insane things, that doesn't mean the entire family is to blame. And I'm just using that as an analogy because I'm talking about humanity in general and just life in general. There are aspects of life that we do not enjoy and we do not like. And again, that has a lot to do with perspective. So as far as blaming life itself, that's not something we should be doing, in my opinion. And as far as we are concerned, we are in this, consuming things, making relationships, having fun, even if it's not fun all the time. But we do know that we're in this and we're gaining something from it. So in my opinion, that does give us somewhat of a responsibility of, now that we've become aware to the broader aspects of life, to basically, if we're choosing this particular path, that comes with a responsibility, right? Because we always talk about we want to be sovereign spirits, we want to be sovereign spirits, we want to be sovereign beings, but sovereignty is directly proportional to responsibility. That's literally what a sovereign is. You're taking responsibility for all aspects of your life, or as much as you're able to within the moment. Now, we, in Soul Group, in Tribe, we've pretty much achieved spiritual sovereignty as far as we're taking responsibility for ourselves as spirits and we're not relying on quote unquote religious concepts in order to make sense out of life and to move forward in life. Like we're actually building our own concepts as far as, spirituality is concerned. And, that's basically spiritual sovereignty. Now that in itself is a very massive responsibility because like we're cultivating spiritual power, right? Because we're not giving it to anyone anymore. We're like containing it within our vessel, and then we're transmuting it into whatever it is we do in our life. Now, this is the main thing that I wanted to speak about as far as our responsibilities as activated humans. Because, like I said, we're just harnessing more and more of our spiritual power, source energy, whatever you like to call it, chi. There are many different names for the same thing. It's just life energy. It's you know how much can you pull from the well of infinity and ground it into your own specific journey. And this is basically what we're doing, and that becomes a massive responsibility as we can see what people with a lot of power are able to do. That's one of the things that's even an issue with the reality that we're dealing with, is people who have come into power, into some kind of power, and they're using that power not to manage the reality and be the custodians and the leaders, upright rulers, balanced version of Saturn, not the oppressive, authoritative force, you know, that just commands you. you know, there's a more balanced version of that, and this is what our cultures practiced back in the day, no matter what culture you came from, right? Because we didn't have all of this social engineering that's creating the kind of culture that we're living in. And now, like I said, we're pulling ourselves out of this socially engineered, quote unquote, capitalist how do they call it, capitalist democratic Western society. We're removing ourselves out of that. That's basically what we call the false matrix. And once again, you can trace all of this through different things like just investigating social engineering, and public relations. Then it becomes obvious how we're being coerced, manipulated, and guided into living a very specific life where we're always giving our energy to something else. We're always leaking our energy. And that's not always how we're looking at it as far as, hey, don't vote, you know, don't go to their banks or don't use their currency. That's one level of it for sure. But there's also the level of it that's like, as far as what are we actually doing with the powers that we're cultivating? Are we just going to war with each other? That's how we ended up in this situation in the first place. There was so much conflict that we literally like we couldn't get along to the point that now it's just we collapsed the bridge that connected all of us in the first place, which is the DNA. Now we don't even see each other as real family anymore. I mean, we in Soul Group and Tribe, we're like I said, we're pulling ourselves out of that mindset. So I'm speaking mainly of the general collective when I say that. Yet at the same time, we have to admit to ourselves, which is where responsibility and accountability comes in. We have to admit to ourselves that we're still dealing with the process of deprogramming, completely, reframing, reorganizing, restructuring our minds, especially, right? Because this is a lot of what has been done to us. A lot of, if you want to call it psychic attack, if you want to call it psychological manipulation, if you want to call it spell casting, if you want to call it magic squares, if you want to call it Masonic rituals, whatever name you want to give to the pattern that's being used. If you want to call it social engineering, whatever name you want to give it to the pattern that's being used to direct the behavior of humanity on a large and general scale, we have to admit that that stuff is lingering. And you can see, like, this is not casting judgment. This is being aware of ourselves and being aware that we don't want to bring ourselves back into the same situations that we were trying to get out of in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Because we're doing it. We're literally creating a new world right now. We're building the foundation for that. That's also why in many of my previous videos, I talked a lot about building your foundation and working on your foundation. That's why I also talk a lot about communication. You know what I'm saying? I talk a lot about relationships. Because that's how you build, like, that's literally how you build a new society with those kinds of things. Those are like the pillars. The pillars of the home are the pillars of society. And how you create a happy home is to create a happy self. And I'm just going to use the word happy loosely. So it's like it still comes down to responsibility. Like, what choices are you making moment to moment? And are those choices bringing you closer or further away than creating further or closer away from creating, closer to or further away from creating a balanced and harmonic society, which is exactly that's the point of what we're trying to do anyway. That's literally like, that's why we wanted to remove ourselves from the false concepts of how to live life that the fake matrix has imposed upon us. All aspects of life. That's what sovereignty is. You take responsibility for all different aspects of your life. And I'm going to be talking a lot about food sovereignty as well, because this is one of the things that we can really do very easily, in order to get ourselves even more on our own journeys. Because again, I'm not talking about taking responsibility for saving the world, right? because that's not what we're doing. Even though that's gonna be what that will be the results of what we're doing, but that's not the ultimate goal. Because as far as we know, this external realm is really just something transient, right? What we're working on is saving our spirit, you know, but we're in this reality for a reason, and that's why I was speaking earlier about what we inherited. Like you were gifted this vessel. Like, we love astrology. That was one of the gifts that we were given. You know, the ability to navigate the reality using these 12 constellations in combination with these what is it, 9 celestial bodies, something like that. Plus all the other, plus all the other aspects that we become more and more familiar with. We're given that as a tool and a way to navigate self-expression. Because again, that's one of the major gifts of this reality is self-expression. We have a choice to be able to express ourselves in a unique way, whatever way we feel like suits us. And once again, that's one of the gifts of being a human. But again, with great power comes great responsibility. And that's really all I wanted to mainly say. It's just that we really have to start, well, not start, but we have to continue and go deeper into the awareness that, it's really up to us to create this new reality. And we're doing it, but that in itself comes with a responsibility, a very big one. And that responsibility has a lot to do with our behavior in our day-to-day lives. It's not about what the shadow government is doing. Like, they're going to do what they're going to do because they're playing a role. They're playing a role that was given to them by us, like the overall all is self collective. That's what we're taking responsibility for. Like, you see, the thing is, they don't want to take responsibility for their role as being elders and leaders and directors of the orchestra. They just want to serve themselves and keep themselves in power, and that in itself is a force, right? That in itself is a force, and that force is something that we're faced with every day. We're faced with whether we're gonna side with the force that just wants to preserve the hierarchy, like Kwame Brown calls it, the go along get along gang. The shadow government, the fake matrix, like all that stuff is still the same type of energy that's being, portrayed out in the reality in different ways based on whatever aspect of the physical reality that you're looking at. And there's a lot of very serious stuff going on, but I'm not gonna bring up that stuff because at the end of the day, no matter what's going on, it's still up to us to first, like, you first have to accept the responsibility that you need to be different from whatever is going on in the world. Whatever is going on in this reality, you have to accept that you have to go through this process of serious deprogramming, seriously reflecting on who you are and why you do what you do. Because we have all the conspiracy theories to prove that this stuff is real and that there really was and is, a system that's specifically focusing on keeping us from coming into full realization of our power. And we've broken out of that. So now the responsibility of accepting that power, that's ours, right? Because once again, like, you can just take that power and do what they're doing with it. Or you can take that power and build a new world, build a new you, right? A new you creates a new relationship. New relationship creates a new home. A new home creates a new society, a new community. A new community creates a new world. It's really as simple as that. But it's very easy for us to try to do it from the outside in because that's just how we've been taught. And that's one of the most powerful magic squares that's been built and casted upon the collective. Is just always trying to do things from the outside in. not realizing that the real power comes from the inside. You know, you fill your vessel up more and more with this power. What do you think is gonna happen? Just look at the sun. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I wanted to say, today. Holding some bad vibrations to everyone. I definitely will be coming back in with, more of these kinds of things. So look forward to that. And once again, I'm not saying anything with judgment. This is also something, I'm talking to myself and I'm walking this journey every day. And I'm very serious about it. That's why people tend to think that I talk about some serious shit. But people that know me in my day to day know that, I'm pretty playful and I have a good time. But at the same time, I know what, like, is the times we're in. Like, I love to joke and play around, but it's the times we're in. Like, if we lose this opportunity, who knows when we get another chance. So I don't want to miss that opportunity. And anyone who would like to take advantage of this opportunity, I would also like to do what I can to, help us do this thing collectively, share my perspective. So, if it's helpful to you, then like I said, we can just do this thing collectively, because it's definitely not about me and what I believe and following what I believe. It's just about, for real, all of us taking responsibility for ourselves and our actions. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, once again, the wholeness and balance vibration to everyone, sending lots of love, and we shall speak again soon.
But you look mad good. You look sexy as fuck. I just had to let you know that. And it was a reason why you made that video. Feel me? And like, bro, I definitely was talking about. But shit. But maybe that's what I need to tell you. That you fine as fuck. You look yummy. You look yummy.
I love it every time you hear my line. Since I love you, it's never a wrong time. When I'm around you, ain't gotta act shy. I'll let them other niggas know you're mine. Now let it be you and me in the shit, yeah. When it's dark outside, all I need is you to gon' give the world shine. All I need is you to gon' give the world shine. Put your love on my face, girl. You know I love how it tastes, girl. Out here to ride, baby girl. Out here tonight. Every time you hear my line, baby, yeah, we'll be on site. Nobody else gotta know about us. Them hated bitches, man, you know I don't give a fuck. Guess you and only you, I give you all of my love. Now let's get even closer, I give you what you want. What you want, yeah, yeah, what you want. Baby, you know I ain't done, cause I'ma fuck you till you come. What you want, yeah, yeah, what you want. You kissing on me crazy, you tryna have my baby. It's time to wait and I'll give you what you need. on a one take Jake in this motherfucker. No pause, no stop. On your motherfucking head, boy. He tried to play me, man, that bitch must be crazy. Smoking too much, need to quit being lazy. Protection always, ain't having no kids. Too busy slaying demons, getting lit. Roll 'em up, smoking them, but I don't choke on them. Locate these niggas like GPS rope on them. Carve out the space and put them in their place. Light up anybody throwing shade. You need to get out your head and make you some bread. Get in that kitchen, whip up you a spread. Niggas spreading ignorance and call it a virus. The truth is sitting right in front of your iris. You lay in the bed, you may. Okay, you get what you deserve, step up to the plate. Get the fuck out of my way. Ho, go get in time out, don't come out till I say so. Little bitch. Don't know what you thinking this is. You was a joke to me, you's a kid. I work in my own lane, I ain't checking for no mudhead, backwood, dried up face ass. You can learn from me cause I got class. We can be bougie and twerk on the grass, but get some air freshener, you smelling like trash. It's only a matter of time before we see your ass. Walk in the party with my own dream, smelling so good I can clearly think. I be chilling with my niggas in my own session. If you ain't soul fam, you can get the stepping. I'm a math whiz, that's for sure. So if you got a problem, you should let me know. We can divide, multiply, simplify. I can tell I'm gifted cause I barely try. Got a ton of vision with these light eyes, like a coup d'etat, I done changed my mind. I'd rather you not in my space, all you talk about is bullshit on replay. And replay. And replay, man, who got the sticks cause I'm ready to smoke. Set some intentions I'm aiming to foe. Practicing with my arrow and bow. No diabetes, but my shot got a stroke. I be whipping my spaceship wherever I please. Riding these waves the best I can see. Not talking about Bigo, but I don't do beans. Have to mute the panel so a bitch can speak. We be in alignment so we don't be tardy. Tapped in like it's a
I just wanted to speak from my heart. I've been getting judged a lot from motherfuckers who don't even care to know me, but it's expected, you know? I'm a Venus and Leo, and my heart got something to say. Listen up. Man, I'm on fire. How dare they try to say that I'm a liar? You don't know what the fuck I've been through. I've been hurt, I've been lied, I've been used to. I've been touched on, I've been abused too. Huh, but you think that it's just you. Like you the only one that's been lied to. I wear my heart on my sleeve cause I choose to. You don't know what the fuck I've been through, huh? But you don't really care, do you? Nah, they don't really care, do you? I wasn't always this girl. Once upon a time I tried to take my life. My vision wasn't right, I wasn't living right. I hated what I seen in the mirror, so I started making cuts on my arms just to feel some, huh? But I ain't really felt none, huh? Man, I just really felt numb, huh? Man, then I really felt dumb. I know that pain is real, it lingers inside your body, so hypnotic, man, for real. But every phoenix gotta grow, and all them demons gotta go. So now you know that I don't live this shit just for show. Man, I really been through some shit, man.
You guys are dumb.
And I found myself
Try and make a whole rap out, the whole rap drip. I need dough just to rap out a new lifestyle. I need mo just to rap out the flows that I felt. I need shows just to rap out the doubts in myself. I need more. I need more. I need more. I need more. Need. Try and make a whole.
Yeah, hey, yeah, hey. We just going with the feeling, dawg. Got the stars in the floor in the ceiling. Young nigga with $1 million, dawg. Young nigga, big building, dawg. Baby girl, how you feeling? All this I did for you and the children. Now they know who the real is. Now they know who the real is. Explosion, we floating, arms open. My ex-bitch left me broken. I open, my heart secure. Explosion, we floating, arms open. My ex-bitch left me broken. I open, my heart secure.
Tryna liberate my spirit. We are guided by the higher power. We are one, I know you see it. And I am truly grounded on this earth. I am more than I. This is the highest road. I have a deep piece about life. Started from the root chakra. So forget the pointless beef. This is where eternal life and death meet. Or me. It's about all of us together. We are one. Tryna liberate my spirit. We are guided by the higher power. We are one, I know you see it. And I am truly grounded on this earth. I am more than I. This is the highest road. I have a deep piece about life. Started from the root chakra.
Welcome to my live stream. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to take another ride in Esoteric Cloud. Today, it's another tarot live stream for me, for you, and for y'all. Daria, hi, thank you very much to be present in the live stream. Shout out to whole Soul Group. Shout out to everybody, to every spirit in the Soul Group who is working on themselves, who are taking care of themselves, and they are working into changing the world into a place where everybody can be its true individual. So, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the pre-recorded version of the live stream. If you are watching it later, I'm sipping my tea. Good as tea, look at it. So, and we have Neptune in retrograde, alright? Neptune is in Pisces, the sign that its co-ruling majesty makes sense, okay? It's in retrograde right now. So we will be experiencing past moments where we had great creativity, great ideas, great dreams, or past moments when we were in a big illusion, past moments we were in a big nightmare, past moments where we wasn't able to see through those illusions, or past moments where those dreams and imaginations helped us see through the bullshit in this low ass realm that we call Earth. Alright? Also, past moments or past places in our internal self, okay? Past moments where we had a deep internal journey to the depths of our subconscious and unconscious, okay? Repeating old subconscious and old unconscious patterns, alright? Repeating old dreams of literally when you go to sleep, you repeat old dreams, or you have different dreams but carrying the same messages or going around the same things, alright? Or just past moments when you were seen as crazy because your imagination and ideas were so expensive, were so powerful that nobody around you could be on the same level as you. So they looked at you, or they said you were crazy, right? So let's get started. As usual, we have the Celestial Tarot deck, paired with the Dragon Oracle deck. Alright, both beautiful, both very powerful. And let's get right into it. First, we'll take a card out to see the general energy of Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Okay? So these also past moments where you maybe felt or you started to imagine and believing things that weren't yours. You received somebody else's dream, illusion, nightmare, la la land vision, alright, as well, because it's Pisces, mutable water. And yes, the card that characterizes the general energy of Neptune retrograde in Pisces is the Prince of Cups, mutable water. Okay? Because Neptune is in Pisces retrograding. So this retrograde will remember us, or we can, by repeating old patterns subconsciously and unconsciously, we might retouch those moments when we had a new feeling, emotion, dream, state of being, emotional state, okay, that gave us comfort, that gave us reason to be, that gave us meaning and reasonings to justify our own selves. Okay, in those past moments where we had that new fresh water, we can remember them right now, and we can change our own waters by reaffirming and reassuring to ourselves that the spiritual path we are in is still valuable, it's still powerful. We are changing every day, but we have a sense of connection, a sense of comfort, a sense of home that can update itself without losing its valuableness, without losing its sweetness, without losing its comfort and sense of stability, while giving us new things to be creative, imagine, and new things to care about in our own selves. Alright?
I know they gon' hate on it, but respect on my name, I don't play with it. Get that wine on my head, yeah, I stay with it. Niggas already know I don't play with it. Bitch, I let it flow. Bitch, I let it flow. Bitch, I let it flow. SJD by my neck. Keep that protect. We found money demons, you know that I gotta be special.